Yes, plaintiff calls defendant Cardi B as a hostile witness.
Thank you.
Ma'am, may I please have you stand right next to the court reporter? Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly state that the testimony you may give in the cause now pending before this court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Thank you. May I please have you state and spell your first and last name for the record?
My name is Beverly Hills.
May I please have you spell it?
The whole thing?
First and the second.
Okay. VELCHALMANZA.
Great, thank you. You may take a seat. Please watch your step.
Okay, thank you. Thank you all for coming back. Good afternoon, Ms. Almanzar. Do you prefer I call you Ms. Almanzar, Cardi B, or it doesn't matter?
I mean, y'all can call me Cardi B.
Okay. You feeling better today?
Okay.
And I'll need you to speak up, man.
Yeah.
Hard to hear you.
Yeah, a little better.
Your birthday is October 11, 1992.
Yes.
You're left-handed.
Yes.
Are you the firstborn child?
To my mom.
Did you take any medication, drugs, or alcohol that would affect your ability to testify today?
No.
On the date of the incident, did you have black hair, blonde hair, or different color hair?
I quite don't remember. I do know I had a hoodie on.
Okay. Yesterday you had black hair, short hair. Today it's blonde and long. Which one is your real hair? Or are they both real?
They're wigs.
Oprah.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't know that. It's a good week today then. Do you have any affiliation at this time with a gang?
Objection, Your Honor. Motion limiting that violates the motion limiting the order.
Assistant Counsel, you back.
Your fingernails, can you show them to us for all of us to see? How long are those fingernails? Just your best estimate. I don't want you to take a ruler to it, but if you were to give your estimate, is that half an inch, 1 inch, 2
I
inch?
think it has to be less than an inch.
And,
Way less than an inch.
right. Can you show them to us again? All right. Are they pointy?
These are not, to me, are not pointy. They're like circle, oval,
Okay. Are those your real nails or are they fake nails?
fake nails.
If I wanted you to change them to 3-inch nails, how long would it take for you to do that right now?
Well, it really depends. Like these are like glued on, so they will be a little bit quicker. Sometimes I do acrylic, which can last me on for 2 weeks. I will literally have to take like 2 hours to melt them off if they're acrylically on.
On December 24th, 2018, do you remember going to 8920 Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills?
December?
I'm sorry. February 24th of 2018. Do you remember going to 8920 Wilshire Boulevard?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at sir with a yes or no.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Do you know Dr. Aziz Olai, who's in that building?
No.
Do you know Miss Parsi, who's in that building?
No.
Do you know Brianne Soraya, who's in that building?
No.
Who do you know in that building?
Well, at the time, I went to see Dr. Finke. I had an appointment with him that day. So that's who I went to see that day. Do I personally know him? No.
Okay. When you went to see him, were you seeing him as a friend or as a patient?
As a patient.
Okay. And when you went to see him, it was a Saturday, correct?
Yes.
And you filled out an intake form, and you signed some other documents that he would be your treating doctor, correct?
No, for that day, yes.
Yeah.
I don't live in LA, so.
I understand. You came all the way from Atlanta, Georgia, correct?
Jersey and Atlanta.
I understand. So when you went to see Dr. Finke on February 24th of 2018, when you went to see him, you went to see him as a patient. Correct?
Yes.
And you got medical treatment from him, whether it was for 1 minute or an hour or longer, correct?
Mm-hmm.
How much time did you spend?
You need to answer yes or no, ma'am.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
Thank you. How long did you spend with the doctor that day?
I'll say about 25 to 30 minutes. Around that time. Not that much.
And when you were there on that date with Dr. Finke, did he examine you?
Yes, he examined my baby for a little bit.
And what baby was that? What number?
Number 1.
Oh, that was the first child you ever had.
That's my first child, yes.
And you were 25 years old at the time.
Yes.
You're aware that plaintiff was the same age as you at the time?
No.
Assisting.
No.
Besides examination, what did Dr. Finke do for you that day?
Objection.
Assisting. We're not here for her medical care.
Yes, Your Honor. Did you keep Dr. Finke's, well, strike that. Who referred you to Dr. Finke?
I asked somebody to find me like a very upscale private doctor. So I was like, I need to go to the doctor's like tomorrow. Like I feel so weird. And they were like, we're gonna find somebody. And that's just how it goes.
When you were outside in the hallway, before you entered Dr. Finke's office, did you see this individual, Emani Ellis, in the hallway?
She was waiting for, she was right in front. As soon as the door of the elevator opened, she was waiting, I guess, for the elevator. She was going inside the elevator.
And you were coming outside of the elevator?
Yes.
Do you know approximately what time it was when this occurred?
About, I guess, like in the afternoon, 1 o'clock, around there. Yeah, 1 something.
Have you ever seen Dr. Finke either before or after February 24th of 2018?
No.
When you went to Dr. Finke's office, your security guard drove you there?
Yes.
And his name is Karan Newton?
He was my security guard. Yes.
Did you have more than one?
It depends, but he was just my main one, yes, at the time.
Did he go up with you to the medical appointment?
No, I didn't want him to know that I was going to an OBGYN. So,
You didn't want your security guard to know that?
no,
Why?
first, I didn't want people to know that I was pregnant. Second, I was a little like, I don't want a guy that I work with to know I'm going to a vagina doctor.
Okay. Did you trust your security guard?
In certain ways, yes. In certain ways, no. I don't know. Sometimes you just really don't trust everybody in your business. You don't want everybody in your business.
Do you remember what floor you were on when you exited the elevator?
The 5th floor.
At any time did your security guard come into the building after learning about there being some kind of incident in the building?
He was waiting for me, like, not necessarily like inside. He was like waiting for me, like by the exit, like by the door. Around there, yeah.
Like, do you remember the building?
Yes.
Do you remember?
Well, I kind of remember, but I do know that he was waiting for me by the door.
And you're talking about the lobby area where
Yes.
you take the stairs up?
Mm-hmm.
So he was inside the building or right outside?
I don't really recall, but he was like, maybe it wasn't the inside, it wasn't the outside, but he wasn't like in, like deep in. He was like waiting for me by the door. And the door, he had it open for me to come out.
All right. So would you consider that your security guard was with you at the time, whether it was upstairs, downstairs? In your mind, would you agree that your security guard was with you at the building? Is that fair?
Assistant.
Was your security guard with you in the lobby of the building at 8920 Wilshire Boulevard on February 24, 2018?
In the lobby, yes, when I was exiting. When I was
But
exiting.
He was in the lobby with you,
In the
right?
lobby. I can't say he was with me because we was leaving. He never went upstairs, so.
Okay. Do you know if your security guard, Karan Newton, spoke with Miss Ellis at any time that day?
He did not tell me he spoke to her at all.
Do you know if he did?
He told me he didn't. So I'm
Did
going to
you
go with
ask
his
him?
word. No, because I was like, I told him like what happened upstairs. He was like, damn, I should have went upstairs. But he never told me that he spoke or seen her. So I wouldn't know.
You came to this courthouse with another fine gentleman security guard, correct?
Yes.
Objection, relevance.
Assistant.
And when you go to different places with your security guard, if an incident occurs where you're threatened or you're injured or anything happens,
Yes.
aren't they supposed to come help you?
Objection, relevance.
Assistant. Why don't we move on?
You don't have to answer. When the incident occurred, did you call your security guard or send him a text message or do anything to let your security guard who was with you know that something happened where you wanted his help?
Objection, argumentative as to with.
I told him like, yo, you wouldn't even believe what just happened upstairs. And he was like, what happened? And I practically told him like, I'll tell you later, like when I leave. I'm like, wait for me. But I told him like, wait for me downstairs, like by the door. And that's what I told him.
If you were in any danger, would you call your security guard or would you call the police or would you call both? Or do nothing?
Assistant.
Did you feel that you were in danger on February 24th, 2018 when you were upstairs on the 5th floor?
For like those 50 seconds, yeah. After I went to my appointment and like the argument just passed me, I didn't even mind it anymore.
Did your attorney show you a photograph of Dr. Finke to refresh your recollection as to who the doctor was that you saw on that date?
Yes.
And you had a different set of attorneys before, in 2022 and 2023. Did they do the same thing?
No, they didn't.
So, do you know what's discovery?
Yes.
What are form interrogatories?
Oh, honey, I don't know what that means.
What is special interrogatory?
I do not know.
What are requests for admissions? You don't know, right? Is that fair? You don't know.
No.
You do know?
No.
Okay. And when your attorney responded to the written discovery, on your behalf, did he or she show you the discovery responses? Did they email you a copy of it?
I mean, I will have to see what you're asking me.
I will show it to you. May I approach, Your Honor? You show her the discovery only? Sure. Thank you, Your Honor.
Could you identify it, please?
Yes. I will show it to you. So for identification purposes, it is form interrogatories, set 1, dated September 30th of 2022.
You're telling me that's what it is?
That's what it is? Okay. Just coming to show you this document. You can take a look at these pages. Did your attorney show you those documents at any time in your life?
I'm not quite sure. I don't think so, no. Whoa.
And I'm going to show you, with the court's permission, the responses which were drafted and served on January 17th of 2023. May I approach, Your Honor? All right. We'll show you these documents as well. So you can take a look at those documents. Do you ever remember receiving these documents from anyone, whether it was your attorney, the attorney's paralegal, a family member, anybody? Did they ever show you these documents when they responded on your behalf?
This one I saw. This one I saw.
Okay. You saw that one?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to go over it with you. On the one that you're on the right, if you can look at 12.1. You see the question, 12.1? It would be, I believe, on the 6th or 7th page. And it will ask if there are any witnesses to this incident.
Yeah. Well, can you
There's not a question for you.
point it to me?
I'm sorry?
Point
Show
it
it
to
to you.
me. Yeah. Sure.
May I approach, Your Honor?
All right.
It's on page 5, under 12.1.
Mm-hmm.
Did your attorney ask you if there were any witnesses to this incident?
Yes.
All right, we're just going to avoid an attorney-client privilege conversation.
And the relevance, Your Honor, this is the discovery issue that the subject.
Not a discovery issue, Your Honor. I'm asking her questions about if there's any witnesses, and it's for impeachment purposes. Okay, and if you look at the response, there's a response there in the 50-page document to your left. May I show it to her, Your Honor?
Go ahead.
Sir, can you identify by page and line? I'm not sure what it means by showing it.
I can show it to you first if you'd like.
What do you...
I wanted her to talk about the response.
All right.
That's read the question. May I read the question when I go back to my seat?
It's your direct counsel.
Thank you. So first, I want to ask you if this is your signature on page 47. Is that your signature?
It could be, because if it's like by electronic, that's how I sign. Like,
Okay. And the question that I showed you, 12.1, just say, you want to read it or you want me to read it to you?
you could read it.
State the name, address, and telephone number of each individual who witnessed the incident. This is A, so paragraph A. Or the events occurring immediately before or after the incident.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the question is.
Yes.
As you sit here today, is it your testimony that Dr. Finke is a witness to the incident?
Absolutely.
He is a witness.
Yes. She knows. She was there.
Is Dr. Finke outside speaking with you?
Outside where?
On February 24, 2018.
Outside like,
In the hallway.
yes.
He came out of his office?
Yes.
And your response in 12.1, this is what you responded with your attorney's assistance. I won't hold you 100% at fault for it, but question,
Your Honor?
I withdraw, I apologize. The response is, responding party incorporates by reference the preliminary statement and general objections set forth above, subject to and without waiving the foregoing objections. Responding party responds as follows. Responding party may be contacted through defendant's counsel. Emani Ellis may be contacted through plaintiff's counsel. And then it says, unknown staff / employees at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, including at least 2 such persons who intervened during the incident. Discovery is continuing. Were you at Cedars-Sinai Hospital or Cedars-Sinai Medical Center when this incident occurred?
No.
Okay.
But to my knowledge, Dr. Finke works also for Cedars-Sinai, but we wasn't for Cedars-Sinai.
Is there any reason why your attorney or your prior attorney? Yes, sir.
No, we're not going to.
And at the time when you saw Dr. Finke, you knew his name at that time, correct?
I didn't know his name. And for a while, when I was getting asked by lawyers like his name and like the receptionist's name, I didn't know it because I saw him one time. So I kind of like just forgot about him.
But when your attorney asked you for the name for purposes of trial, then you did remember the name.
I didn't remember the name. I told him there was 2 witnesses, the receptionist and the doctor. I told him it was a doctor. My doctor came out at the time, the guy that checked me, and the receptionist. She knows. She was there. He was there.
Who knows?
The plaintiff. She knows.
How do you know she knows?
Because that's who separated. That's who separated and got in between us while we was verbally arguing.
Who got in between you?
The female receptionist, she came out first and she started like telling her like, "You're security, what are you doing?" And then that's when the doctor came out. He was like, "Go to my office." And that's when I just walked away, and that was the last of it.
Okay. And 12.1 question. 12.1 subparagraph D. State the name, address, and telephone number of each individual who you or anyone acting on your behalf claim has knowledge of the incident. You just testified that Karan Newton was downstairs in the lobby on the date of the incident. You also testified that you told him different things about the incident. What is the reason, this is the question, what is the reason you did not disclose Karan Newton's name in discovery?
Because he wasn't upstairs.
And wait for the objection. It's a question.
The person mischaracterizes the testimony, it's compound, it's irrelevant to the merits of the case.
It's listening.
In written discovery, were you asked to provide the name of your security guard?
Your Honor,
Yeah, but why don't we, I don't know what you're trying to impeach her on, because she hasn't testified to anything yet. You're saying it's impeachment, but you're not impeaching anything.
Did you respond to special interrogatory set 1 through your attorney?
Your Honor,
All right, the court's going to sustain its own 352 objection. Why don't you move on?
Do you consider Karan Newton to be a witness in this case? Objection?
No,
Sustained. Counsel, I need you to move on. This case isn't about discovery. You might want to move on to what it is about.
Is Tierra Malcolm a witness to this case?
Counsel, please.
Do you know of who the witnesses are to this?
All right, we're going to take a break, folks. Why don't we take a 10-minute break? We'll resume at 3:55. In the meantime, please do not discuss the case with anyone, including other jurors. Don't form any opinions or do any research. Counsel, let's define what we mean as impeachment. Impeachment is she says something, and you've got evidence that she said something else.
Right.
She said, I didn't know anybody's name. I got sent there. I was seen for a short amount of time. I didn't remember what their names were.
Okay, so
And now then you're saying, here's this document that says you don't know what their names were.
okay, so maybe I'm
So-
going about it the wrong way. That's why.
You absolutely are, and you're not listening to the court's direction when I'm asking you to move on.
I'm sorry, I'm not doing it intentionally.
It seems like you are.
I really am not. I understand the court's issues, but I want to explain if I may. Your Honor.
Go ahead.
So I was going to ask her if she believes that Karan Newton is a witness in this
He wasn't there. He was in the lobby.
Right, but 12.1 subsection D talks about witnesses that have knowledge about this case.
What knowledge does he have? He was in the lobby.
I was going to ask her. She spoke to him about it. That's what D is all
So,
about.
okay, so he was a hearsay witness, that she told him something.
Well, he's a witness.
Okay.
Also, in
So
special...
here's the other issue. You didn't depose her. If you wanted to ask these questions, you could have taken her deposition.
I understand the issue with that. But there is a special interrogatory number 15, which is on point,
Which says?
asks a disclosure of the security guard.
Okay.
She didn't disclose his name, but she knows his name.
Okay.
So
So what are we going to do with that?
we're going to have the jury know that she didn't give the name of her security guard.
And so in order to be admissible, it has to be relevant. In order to be relevant, it has to be probative. So it's got to be more likely to prove or disprove a material fact in the case. None of this has anything to do with any material fact.
Let me explain. Her testimony, Your Honor, is that Karan Newton doesn't know anything about this case.
She doesn't say that. She hasn't said that. She said he was in the lobby.
Even better. Plaintiff has testified that she has spoken with Karan Newton.
Okay.
It's in the medical records.
Okay.
He's a witness in some form or
So
fashion.
the appropriate means for you to do that is 1, to file a motion to compel, or number 2, seek evidentiary sanctions, which would have been handled pre-trial. But we're not going to have this witness testifying in trial in front of a jury about discovery issues.
That's fine. Okay? The issue is, if it asked her to provide the name of the security guard and she didn't disclose it, why is it not fair? These are under penalty.
Then you file a motion to compel, or a motion for evidentiary sanctions. You did need them.
She testified in her discovery that she was alone. Today she testified she was with Karan Newton. I want to ask her about that.
You already did.
I didn't show her the discovery. She's on point on that issue, Your Honor.
You're going to impeach her with the document saying that she was alone when she was alone in the elevator and the incident happened. That's your impeachment?
My impeachment is she did not reveal that she was with the security guard in the lobby, didn't do anything to provide his information when the other side...
Again, it's a discovery issue, so we're not going to go there.
Well, Your Honor, the other side was able to impeach the plaintiff
With what?
with this discovery. They went into it at
When she
nauseam.
offered inconsistent statements in discovery.
That's what's happening here, too.
No, she hasn't said anything inconsistent. She said she didn't know the person's name.
She knew
In
Quran.
discovery, she said she didn't know the person's name.
She knew Quran Newton's information.
Okay.
We asked for the name of the security guard.
All right.
She made it appear to
I'm going to ask you to move on. We're not going to get into further discovery issues.
May I just raise one point? I don't
Sure.
want the court to overlook. I want to point out this questioning started with a direct contemptuous violation of the order on the motion to eliminate, excluding any mention of gang affiliation, and that's the first question he asked.
Yeah, I don't expect that there's going to be anything further than that. I mean, you knew it was wrong when you said it.
No, I didn't.
You didn't know that there was a specific motion of limine excluding?
The motion limiting, Your Honor, is prior bad acts.
Nope. You might want to look at your trial binder to see specifically what it says. All right? All right, we'll resume in 5 minutes. All right, welcome back, everyone. We're back on the record in the Ellis matter. Counsel parties are present, as are the members of our jury and our alternate. Ms. Almagar is on the stand. Ma'am, you're reminded you're still under oath? Yes. All right. And counsel, you want to resume your questioning?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Aside from Karan Newton, was there anybody else who drove with you to the building on February 24th of 2018?
No.
So now I want to take you a little bit through the incident, bring you back in time. Do you agree that an incident occurred on February 24th, 2018?
It was a verbal incident. Verbal.
But it was an incident, correct?
Objection, relevance, ambiguous.
Oh,
Okay.
I personally feel like if there's no physical touch, there is no incident. There was a verbal altercation. If you think that that's an incident, a verbal altercation, then it's an incident for you. But we both have different opinions. It's a verbal altercation. She didn't hit me, I didn't hit her. There was no touch. So to me, it wasn't no incident.
Was there spitting?
Absolutely not.
Did you spit on Miss Ellis?
No.
Did you call her the N-word?
No.
What is your background? Are you Hispanic, white, something else?
Objection,
My background?
Yes.
Well,
what's the objection?
relevance, and
Sustained.
Would you consider yourself African American?
I consider myself Afro-Caribbean.
Ma'am, do you need to give your attorney a second to object? What's your
Oh,
objection?
sorry.
sorry. Relevance, yeah.
Sustained.
Have you ever used the N-word with Miss Emani Ellis?
No.
Did you try to take a swing at her?
No.
When you say there was a verbal altercation,
Yes.
do you know what the word altercation means?
Like a conflict.
Like a fight, right?
It was like a verbal fight, but it didn't get physical at all.
When I'm talking to you now, are we having a verbal altercation?
We having, I'll say, a debate.
And we're debating about whether you assaulted and battered Miss Emani Ellis, correct?
There's no, well, I guess so, but I didn't touch her. She didn't touch me, so.
What proof do you have that you didn't touch her?
Objection, relevance, and also
That's already been sustained.
Do you have any videos of the incident?
No.
Did you try to get videos of the incident?
I asked if there was videos, like I told my lawyers to check if there was videos, but there's no cameras, I guess, there was no cameras.
And when did you ask for that? What year?
I feel like when I got sued, I was like, when I got sued, I was like, oh, I know I didn't touch her. Like, it's like, look for them cameras, because they'll tell you. I ain't touch her.
When you went to the building of 8920 Wilshire Boulevard, and you saw Emani Ellis there on the 5th floor, was she wearing her uniform as a security guard?
Yes. Oh, sorry.
You remember?
8920.
Again, you might want to just take a breath so your attorney can object.
Are you aware that my office is across the street?
No.
8920 Wilshire Boulevard. You remember that number? You agree that that's the correct number? The address.
I remember that I went there, but I don't really remember the address and stuff like that. I don't.
If I show you the building with the number on it, would that help refresh your recollection?
Sure.
I don't have to really waste time if you don't want me to. When you were sitting here throughout the trial, you saw the 22
Yes.
pages I showed, correct?
Yes.
Was that the correct building?
Yes.
Okay. And you remember entering the building, going up some stairs, taking the lobby elevator, and going to the 5th floor, correct?
Yes.
And when you exited, you saw Emani Ellis right there in front of you.
Yes. No. When I exited the elevator,
Okay?
not the building, the elevator.
Correct.
Yes.
On the 5th floor.
Mm-hmm.
And there was 3 elevators there?
I do not remember that.
At least 2? 2 different elevator bays?
I don't remember that. I just remember me getting out the elevator. She was coming in. I was coming out. I could hear her. She was talking on the phone. And she said, "Oh my God, yo, Cardi B's here." So I kind of speed walk. But I feel her behind me. Then I hear her talking like, "Oh my God, Cardi B is here." So I turn around and she had her phone. She didn't have it here no more. Now she has it here. And I asked her, "Yo, why are you recording me?" And she clearly looked like the security. She looked like the security guard. She's uniformed down. And I'm like, "Why are you recording me? Are you security?" And she's like, "Oh, my bad." But then I'm walking and I feel her still following me. So like as I'm walking, speed walking, trying to look for the office, I turn around again. And I'm like, "Why are you following me?" She's like, "'Cause I can." It's like, "No, you can't. Why are you following me for? Like, ain't you supposed to be security?" And she's like, "'Cause I can." It's like, "No, you can." And she's like getting closer and closer. Like now she's like in front of me where I can't even like really maneuver. And I'm like, "Ain't you supposed to be security? Like you grouped out, you're recording me. Now you following me. Like back up." And she's like, "I can do what I want." It's like, "No, you can. Like you can't do what you want." And that's when we started arguing.
And what did you say?
I was like, "You can't do what you want. Like, what are you talking about? Like, it's like you invading my privacy." And now we're like chest to chest practically. So I keep telling her like, you need to back up. And I'm thinking to myself like, this girl's big. She's big. She got big black boots on. And I'm like, damn. The hell am I gonna do now? She's literally right in my face, like on my chest, and we're arguing. And I keep telling her to back up, but she's not backing up. And we arguing, cursing at each other. I did call her the B word. I did call her a bitch. Like, "Bitch, get out of my face." I did say, "Bitch, get the fuck out of my face. You're in my face. You're screaming in my face." We're like literally screaming at each other. And she kept telling me like, "You're gonna leave my building." I'm like, "I'm not leaving. Like, how you harassing me? I'm not leaving. Like, how you telling me to leave? I came to see a doctor. You following me. You're recording me. I'm just trying to check my cat. You're recording me." And we're arguing. That's when the receptionist came out. She started wilding out like, "This bitch hit me." And I'm like, I did not hit her. I'm looking at her like, "Girl, I can't even hit you if I want to. You're bigger than me and you're pregnant." And she just started wilding out like, this bitch hit me. Then the doctor came out and he was like, "Go to my office." And after that, I just walk away. And that's just that.
Are you aware in the city of Beverly Hills, if a security guard tells you to leave the building, which they are security of, you would be required to do that? Do you agree with that?
Objection to relevance.
A security not supposed to.
You don't need to.
Did Miss Emani Ellis tell you that you're causing a disturbance in the building?
No. She was causing a disturbance. She's recording me and following me.
Well, let's talk about that. Are people allowed to record you if they want to in a public place,
Objection.
which will be the building that you were at?
Objection.
Yes or no?
Objection calls for a legal conclusion. Mischaracterizes.
Do you know if it's okay for someone to videotape you?
Objection calls for a legal conclusion.
Sustained.
When she videotaped you, or maybe she didn't, what proof do you have that she was videotaping you?
She had her phone went from here to right here. And she said, like, "Yo, Cardi B," like, I seen her. I turned around and I seen it. I seen it with my own eyes.
Did you ever see the actual video recording of you on her phone? Yes or no?
No.
Could it be possible that she was recording you? She was simply holding her phone in front of you. Is that possible?
Objection.
Yes or no?
Calls for speculation.
Sustained.
What proof do you have that you were being recorded by Emani Ellis on February 24, 2018, aside from what you just told us?
Objection.
Do you have any other proof?
Objection asked and answered.
Sustained.
Isn't it true that you usually wear your nails longer than what they are today?
Sometimes, most of the times, yes, and some of the times, no.
Most of the time, 90% of the time?
Lately, as in so far, I'll say about, in the past year, I'll say about 70.
70% of
Yes.
the time. And when you wear them long, would you agree that they're about 3 inches long?
No, not all the time, no.
2 inches or more?
So
It really depends.
Why don't we focus? She said in the last year. I don't know how long she has her nails in the last year is relevant to anything.
And when you had them in 2018, you also wore them long at that time too, correct?
I wear them long, but it really depends on the inches.
How long were your nails on February 24th, 2018 when you were at the building speaking or arguing or whatever you were doing with Emani Ellis?
They were 1 inch, they were square, coffin squared, and they had flat rhinestones.
Are rhinestones sharp?
No, not if they're flat. And they were in 3D, they were flat.
With the nails you have on right now, do you think that these nails are sharper or the ones that you had on the date of the incident?
I believe that they were not sharp. That they were square, and sometimes like when it's acrylic and it's square, it's like a texture. And I always tell this to my nail tech: make sure that like you shape, like when you shape them, don't make them sharp on the side, or don't make them that sharp, because I don't wanna.
You don't want to hurt anybody.
I don't want to hurt myself. I don't want to hurt nobody. I just, you know what I'm saying? I
And
want to watch
in the
my
past, when you had them sharp, you did hurt yourself, correct?
I never really hurt myself, but like just in case, I just be like, don't make them too pointy, because I just don't want them to be uncomfortable. Not pointy, but it's like a certain type of sharp that you just don't want.
And if you wanted to scratch or cut Miss Emani Ellis' face, you could have done it with both of your hands, either one or both, correct?
Objection. Calls for speculation.
Overall,
I'm not saying you did that right now. I'm asking a different question. Did you understand my question?
I mean, how would I fight? How would I fight somebody? I am mostly left-handed, so if I was to like do anything mostly, I'll do it mostly with the left hand. I'm really like.
You're good at fighting with your left hand, aren't you?
Objection is characterized as the testimony.
Are you good at fighting with your left hand?
Objection lacks foundation.
sustained.
Do you have any experience fighting with any martial arts experience or other type of experience to defend yourself should something occur in your life?
Objection relevance.
Overall.
Not really, no.
So any type of fighting that you would be able to do, it would just be freestyle from your own knowledge of fighting, correct?
Objection argumentative.
Sustained.
If you wanted to fight with someone, would you use your left hand, your right hand, or both?
Objection asked and answered.
Sustained. Why don't we move on?
When you enter a building, such as this building or any building, oftentimes you will see that there's a security guard or a police officer or a sheriff guarding the building, correct? You saw that today here in the courthouse, didn't you?
Yes.
Bless you. I guess it's not. And on the date of the incident, the security guard, police officer, or person securing that building, in your mind, when you saw Emani Ellis was in fact Emani Ellis. In your mind, when you got off the elevator, Emani Ellis was in your mind, your state of mind was that she was a security guard, correct?
Objection.
I think she's answered.
Yes. All right. Thank you.
And was there any doubt in your mind that she was a security guard?
There was no doubt in my mind that she was a security guard. She had the security guard outfit on. That's why I was so confused that she was so aggressive and she's supposed to protect me, the patient.
I understand. If Emani Ellis had in fact told you to leave the building, would you have listened because she was a security guard?
Objection. This is a complete hypothetical, irrelevant, nice foundation.
Did Miss Emani Ellis tell you to leave the building at any point during your verbal or physical altercation on February 24th, 2018?
She told me, "You gonna leave my building. You gonna leave my building."
Okay. Are you aware that Emani Ellis was hired by the owner of that building and had the right to tell you to leave?
Objection. Calls for legal conclusion. Waxman.
Sustained.
When Emani Ellis told you to leave the building, did you follow her commands?
Objection. Relevance. Nice foundation.
You can answer.
No, she wasn't acting like a security guard.
But she was a security guard.
Objection. He's our
The security guard
So,
tried to
we're not
attack
gonna- we're not
patients.
gonna argue. The objection is sustained. We're not going to argue with each other.
Did you believe in your mind that Emani Ellis was a police officer?
No.
If you thought she was a police officer, would you have handled the situation the same way?
objection. Incomplete hypothetical.
Sustained. Let's just focus on what did happen.
Now, when Emani Ellis spoke with you, when you exited the elevator, she spoke with you directly outside the elevator, the area directly outside the elevators, correct?
I don't believe she got inside the elevator. I don't believe she did.
That's my question is, did whatever happened between the two of you, did it happen inside the elevator, at the point of entry, or outside the elevator?
Outside the elevator and down the hallway.
Fine. And when Miss Ellis was asked the same question, do you remember her saying that it happened outside of the elevator as well? Do you agree with her testimony?
It wasn't in front of the elevator anymore because I was walking and she was following me. So it wasn't in front of the elevator. It was outside the elevator because I already got off the elevator. I don't think she ever went inside the elevator because I felt her, as soon as I'm walking, I felt her walking right behind me. And then she said something. She said, "Oh my God, Cardi B." That's when I turned around. And she got the camera right here, like she recorded me. And I'm like, "Yo, why you recording me?" And she practically did admit that she recorded me because she said, "Oh, my bad."
Okay.
So.
And when she said, "Oh wow, it's Cardi B," or whatever you just said right now, when she said that, was that offensive to you?
It wasn't offensive. I just kept power walking so I could avoid more contact. But she just kept following me.
Okay. And isn't it true that sometimes when you're walking around, different people will say, "Oh wow, it's Cardi B,"
Yeah,
because they get excited.
yeah,
And you had experienced that many times before you had that experience with Emani Ellis, correct?
yes,
And the reason you didn't like it from her is because she was a security guard and you felt it was unprofessional for her to say that to you. Isn't that true?
When she first said it, I didn't tell her nothing. I kept walking.
Why couldn't she say it? Why?
Objection.
I never said she couldn't.
Overruled.
Okay. And she said it to you.
She said it to me, and I kept walking.
What if she was not a security guard and she was just a random human and said, "Oh wow, it's Cardi B"? Would you have taken offense to that?
Objection.
No,
Argumentative.
Overruled.
You can answer.
I didn't even feel offended when she first said it. I felt offended when she kept following me. She recorded me, and you're supposed to be a security. You're not supposed to be recording patients going to any doctor, any.
But again,
That's what offended me. When she first said, oh my God, it's Cardi B, I just kept power walking. I didn't say nothing. I said something the second time she said it, and I turned around and I saw that she was recording me. And I'm like, yo, why are you recording me? Ain't you supposed to be security? And she said, oh, my bad. Then she kept following me, and now I'm getting annoyed. Like, it's like, you're the security
hold on a
guard
question.
of the
No
building.
question pending. No question.
All right, Counsel, I think that might be a good time to end because we've got some things that we need to deal with outside the presence of the jury.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to resume right back at 9:30 again. Thank you for your patience today and your attention. We will see you tomorrow at 9:30. In the meantime, please do not discuss the case with anyone, including other jurors. Don't form any opinions or do any research. Outside the presence of the jury, you could step down, ma'am. All right, so let's address the issues of Tiara Malcolm and David Finke as witnesses.
May I argue that after counsel does?
Yeah, so let me just make sure that we squarely get everything on the record in terms of what defendant's position is. And so defendant's position, do you want to summarize what you knew and when you knew it?
Thank you, Your Honor. Excuse me. As Ms. Almazar testified, she did not know the name of the receptionist. She did not know the name of the doctor that she visited that one day. In the January 17, 2023 discovery responses of defendant, she responded in a verified response that the potential witnesses included her, plaintiff, and unknown staff employees of the medical center building who intervened during the incident. There was no motion to compel that was filed against that, and at that point in time, neither she nor her counsel knew the identity of the two individuals. There's actually another response where, and I don't see it here, but what happens when my copy of the...
What are you looking for?
I'm not sure where it went to.
This is.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, it disappeared. Now I've got it. Okay, so in Exhibit 1 to the motion, the supplemental motion that we filed, excuse me, she identified at page 10 Emani Ellis and unknown staff employees at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, including at least two such persons who intervened during the incident. She described them, identified them as people who intervened, specific people, two people who intervened in the incident, and but she at that point did not know their names. It was years after that she never had gone there again. Plaintiff's counsel did not move to compel and did not file or serve a response to supplement discovery. Exhibit 2 is a comparable discovery response in January 7, 2023 that also referred similarly to the two by what they had done, at least two such persons who intervened during the incident. It was not until last year, that we learned of.
Did you bring all your glasses today?
Yeah. We added, well, it's not until 2024 that we actually identified Dr. Finke, which was Ms. Moore's hard work. It wasn't easy. And we put Finke on the 2024 witness list, which is Exhibit 5 to the memorandum that we filed.
Okay, why don't you move on to Ms. Malcolm?
Okay, and Ms. Malcolm, she was the receptionist. She no longer worked at that firm by the time that the litigation had started at that medical center. And Malcolm's identity was only discovered on July 28, 2025, following further investigation by defendant's counsel. So then we talked about adding her to the exhibit list, witness list, and she was added to our witness list. I think counsel's looking at me like I don't know what I'm talking about, but but I believe that she was put on our witness list. Yes. In July that we filed. There have been times when the court has referred to defendant's witness list, which omitted her, even though they knew of her. Plaintiffs August 9. Oh, I'm sorry. They actually had intended to call these two people as well. They did not identify them by name, even though plaintiff worked there and knew these people. She knew who Dr. Finke was. He intervened. She knew who this receptionist was. She worked there. Plaintiff worked there as well. Their August 9, 2022 discovery response identified as witnesses, quote, employees of doctor's office located near the scene. Then also, plaintiff testified in her deposition, which is Exhibit 4 to the memorandum we filed, quote, she is going to be bringing forward at the time of trial people from the doctor's office. So these are people that she knew about, she didn't identify, we didn't know about it, we found it out on our own, and we promptly disclosed it. Again...
Well, and I guess that's the question is, what is promptly disclosed? You learned about it on the 28th. Did you call plaintiff's counsel and say, hey, we found her?
July 28, 2025 was when Malcolm's identity was discovered, and that's when we added the I think it was July 30th, when we filed, I could be wrong, filed...
I believe it was the following week.
The following week. And my colleague will clarify that.
May I respond?
I just want to make sure that I understand the defense position. I don't see anything. I see the next witness list after that is being 820.
That's the one that I filed.
So when he filed, he admitted her.
I did not write her name there because I did not know about it.
Well, that's an issue.
And so how did you communicate Miss Malcolm's name to plaintiff's counsel?
May I?
Yes.
Your Honor, we were we were providing drafts for this latest round of the trial filings, and as soon as we found out, we put it on the witness list, and on one of those drafts before they were filed.
And I'm asking, when did that happen?
I'm not sure. I know it was before August 20th.
Okay.
May I be heard, Your Honor?
Go ahead. Well, actually, let me first start. So, Ms. Ellis, you understand you're still under oath, yes?
Yes.
Okay. I have a declaration from Tiara Malcolm, and she states that you telephoned her approximately 2 months after the incident, and that you asked her for her assistance in pursuing claims, and she said she didn't want to get involved. And she said, quote, she told you, you've got to be kidding me. Did that conversation happen?
Never.
Did you do anything to investigate your claims after the incident?
No.
Okay. All right, go ahead, Mr. John Fawson.
With respect to Malcolm, the first time I learned of it, I was given a partial document which only has about 50 pages. I was given it yesterday for the first time in the middle of the trial.
It was on your joint witness list on May 10th in 2024.
What was her?
His name.
I'm talking about the Malcolm, not the name of the
Oh,
doctor.
I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
So what I wanted the court to know is I've been intimately involved with this case. My office is located across the street, 9025 Wilshire Boulevard. As an officer of the court, I declare under penalty of perjury. I never walked inside Dr. Finke's office one time. I never gave him my business card. All that's written there is not me. It's not true. It is false. It is a mistake or false, not my problem. I'm just telling you this as an officer of the court. I will not damage my reputation with you for this small issue. I just want it to be clear.
Okay.
I never
And
did it.
I think there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for this, and it might have been workers' comp counsel.
I don't think so. I don't know what it was, but it wasn't me.
Did she have an attorney in the workers' comp case?
I understand that she did, but not for this. They're not going to go after this doctor.
No, I understand that, but just to get witnesses to what happened, I don't know.
I don't think, Your Honor, that that's what their purpose was. So,
Okay.
is there a need for me to argue more?
No, well, as to Finke, he was on the witness list in 2024.
May I finish? I'm sorry.
Sure.
Well,
So why don't you address why you didn't want to do any, you knew who it was. So,
okay, so I'll address it. Your
Go
Honor,
ahead.
Your Honor, I did spend a lot of time doing the opposition, and I tried to do the same thing with the witness, Miss Belcalis Marlinis Almanzar. Cardi B, she herself testified that she was able to get the doctor's name in a matter of a few days, or whatever it is.
So let's just focus on the fact that in May 10, 2024, you knew who this doctor was.
I did not know.
You knew he was on the witness list.
I don't remember it being on the witness list.
It was.
It could have been,
I'm
but
telling
at
you it
that
was.
time, I believe you, Your Honor. So what I want to say to the court is, at that time, we knew we were not going to trial. It wasn't real yet. What was real was coming to trial now in August. And in discovery, it was never produced. So if it was...
But you never sent supplemental rocks.
I understand. But the
Okay.
point is, when they were responded to, the defendant could have easily gotten the name of Dr. Finke. She testified today under oath that it was her doctor. The same way plaintiff has to go and get the doctor's information in form rocks, so does the defendant. This goes against the Code of Civil Procedure. It's unfair, it's prejudicial, it's damaging. I wasn't able to depose this person. I get it. I didn't depose the defendant because she was out of state, but I did depose Dr. Rosenberg, and if there were witnesses to this case, I would have deposed them. Why not? So, first of all, Your Honor, with respect to Dr. Finke, my position is that he should not be allowed to testify for several reasons. Really, he didn't really see anything. He didn't. And it's really not that exciting.
How do you know that?
Because I know that. I know that. And we'll see that. If the court wants to allow him to testify, I'm open to that thought process because he didn't see anything. I really wouldn't care about him. But this random person, Tiara Malcolm, is a problem. Why? Because I wasn't able to take her deposition, cross-examine her. She was never put on any witness list. Even my own that I did on August 20th, when I filed it, it wasn't there. The two individuals that I thought were the witnesses are Dr. Azizolai and Miss Parsi. Those two people are on the witness list. This whole idea came about because counsel said, well, we shouldn't have Azizolai, we shouldn't have Parsi. And then I said, well, then I'm going to jump on the bandwagon too, and you shouldn't have yours. And that's why we're here today, Your Honor.
Okay, so let me refresh my recollection. I don't remember if we had a court reporter at the time. But at the time of our final status conference, there were discussions about this receptionist. I think there were discussions about you were actively engaged in trying to identify her, and you would inform counsel if and when you did. That conversation happened, correct?
Nobody informed me nothing. All I was given...
No, I'm saying at the time of the final status conference, that was a conversation that was had.
I don't remember it that way. I'm not that smart like the court is. I don't remember it that way. All I can say is it's inappropriate to be given a document in the middle of the trial with this court, the way that it is, it's super fast. The court doesn't want me to spend a lot of time asking people questions and practically doing a deposition. So I would submit that
let's just say for the record, I let people try their cases. I'm not going to let you waste the jury's time.
Of course,
Okay?
I understand that, Your Honor. So my request is Tierra Malcolm is out because no one at any point called me, did anything to give me this information till yesterday when their attorney, Lisa Moore, who's not the main attorney, there's another lawyer here, he could have signed the declaration. I don't know why he didn't. Why is she doing it? Everything's been done by Peter Anderson and Eric Lamb with all of his other attorneys that he has helping him.
Well, I think she was the one with boots on the ground, according to her declaration. But
Wow.
so let's. So we find out about her on the 28th, and I see the witness list on the 20th. So I guess my concern is the gap of period of time. Or actually, can you confirm, did we have that conversation that you were actively trying to find her?
That's my recollection, that she definitely came up. I don't recall if we had just found her or if we were still actively trying to find her. Unfortunately, we don't have the back and forth. And for example, Mr. Lamb's, sorry. I think that point's been made. If Your Honor likes, we can check to see when we actually sent a draft with her name to a draft witness list with her name to counsel. He definitely did not just find out about her yesterday.
I'm sorry.
If I may. And so we can do that. We just can't do it here because we've got a lot of trial documents and not many discovery documents or drafts of discovery documents. But we can't submit that. I can tell you, Your Honor, that once we found her, and this is a woman, by the way, who's integral to the case that plaintiff has known about since day one, and counsel says his office was across the street, but he never bothered to walk across the street to find out her name. Anyway, to make a long story short, we can provide that information. We can check if you like, but we did promptly disclose, I believe it was in a draft joint witness list that we had submitted. We submitted several as soon as we found her within a week.
May I reply, Your Honor?
Go ahead.
This case was set to be tried in 2024. It was continued over and over and over, and discovery was closed. This court did not reopen discovery. So this issue has been sleeping for at least a year, and it's unfair and prejudicial to the plaintiff to allow this random witness to show up at the eve of, not even the eve, in the middle of trial.
I think, let's be fair, you both identified people at the medical center. You both knew that these were people, I mean, your client testified that there was people that came out. So she knew that there were people that came out.
No, the two individuals that I have, these are people that know about the incident. These are not the two individuals that they're talking about. There was nobody at the scene till after the fact. So whoever these people are, they're not going to really say anything fair. And for them to drop it on me in the middle of the trial is unfair. If they want to bring Dr. Finke and he wants to say, I came out and I heard there was an altercation, I'm not too concerned about him. I'm more concerned about Tierra Malcolm. I have no idea who she is, what she's going to say, and that one has never been given to me. And this case, discovery has been closed for over a year. Why should she be allowed to testify? It doesn't make sense, right?
Your Honor, may I just very briefly?
Sure.
We've been asking, and counsel hasn't told us who this Farzi, I'm not even going to try to, I don't know if that's, I just don't know how to pronounce his last name, and the woman, and we've been asking how they're relevant, given that Farzi, for lack of, just attempt to avoid trying to mangle his last name, he's on 4-3. And he doesn't come in on Saturdays. He wasn't there. And the other person they identified is the receptionist at the building office, which is closed on Saturdays. The suggestion that the two people everyone's been talking about throughout this case who came out of the doctor's office for some reason weren't the doctor and the receptionist is just absurd.
Your Honor, he's testifying to things he doesn't know. How does he know if my doctor and his assistant were there on Saturday? How does he know that? If he can prove me that, I'll withdraw all my objections. He can't. He's just making up stories. He's absolutely.
So I guess the question is, let's just talk about reasonable diligence. And so, plaintiff's counsel knew that the receptionist of the Women's Care at Beverly Hills was at least identified as a category of a person to be a trial witness, correct?
I believe so.
Okay. Did you do anything to try and figure out who that was?
There was nothing to do. It's a 6-year-old issue. I didn't know if somebody could even pop up. Why would they? How could I do it, Your Honor? How? Wouldn't be possible.
All right. And to what extent, if any, is it possible to get her deposed between now and Tuesday?
Well, Your Honor, it sounds like plaintiff is going to be resting tomorrow. We expect her to testify tomorrow. She also, she is out of town. Yeah, our plan is for her to testify tomorrow. And if it helps, maybe without the jury, she can give an offer of proof or something. But we're talking about a 30-second incident. Yeah, did it? And by the way, he didn't take Dr. McKennan's deposition. He didn't take, that proceeded without him because he didn't bother to show up. He didn't take the defendant's deposition. The idea that at this late point he gets to take a deposition of someone who he has known about and his client has known about since she worked there, I just don't see the fairness in that.
Your Honor, she was...
All right, let me do this. I'm going to rule that Dr. Finke can testify. I'm going to take it under submission. I'm going to look a little bit further into the Malcolm issue. I will tell you, I'm leaning, since the person was identified apparently for years, I don't think that it's an unfair surprise that she was finally identified. So that's where I'm leaning, but I'm not going to make that decision right now. So I'll rule tomorrow morning on the issue of the receptions.
And how about a deposition?
Well, I'll rule tomorrow.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right?
9:30 tomorrow?
Yes. So I think there was a discussion at the final status conference regarding who was demanding jury, and I thought defendant was demanding jury.
I assume plaintiff had demanded a jury.
I believe both sides.
I thought both sides did.
Oh, okay. So I didn't realize that. We weren't counsel at the time.
No, I think it was addressed at the final status conference in terms of paying the jury fees.
Oh, I don't recall that at all. I'm sorry.
Is that an issue?
No, we'll split them.
Okay. All right. Fine.
My apologies
Yes,
for the confusion.
exhibits for today.
Oh, exhibits for today. See? You keep me on track. Are there any exhibits that were moving of evidence?
I believe there was one at the court, Dr. Mulligan's records and bills.
We already talked about 269 and defendant 228.
Okay. So defense counsel is going to look at, I'm sorry, was exhibit who?
9. This was 15 pages.
No, 9 was in CV. I thought.
No, you're right. I apologize. Number 4, it's 15 pages. And counsel has had the whole day to look at the 15 pages, 3 pages of which are bills. And this is something that Dr. Mulligan testified to. I would ask that the court admit these 15 pages into evidence.
Any objections?
If you can bear with us just for a moment, Your Honor.
This first page.
We don't object to the first page, which is the one he questioned him about. Beyond that,
It would be an incomplete exhibit.
okay, how do I identify what we're doing?
So, exhibit 4, pages 1 and 2. Exhibit 4, pages 1 and 2. Defendant can, yeah, that's a document. Exhibit 1 and 2.
One of the problems, Your Honor, is we're having trouble because he combined as a single exhibit multiple different pages and then referred to like exhibit 4, pages 1 to 3, then exhibit 4, some other thing.
Your Honor,
so it basically confused the Jesus.
It's not confusing. I'm left-handed. I do perfection work. This is in perfect order. I think the court's left-handed too and would relate. This is in nice, perfect order. You have the medical records and then the bills. It's 15 pages. It's nothing more than that.
Oh, okay.
So pages...
Your Honor, I don't want to take up your time. Can we submit in the morning, for example, pages, exhibit 4007 has no relationship to the preceding exhibits.
Yeah, so my suggestion was going to be to admit exhibit 4, 1 through 6. I don't think he testified as to the patient information form, how it was filled out.
Correct.
And then the billing, exhibit 4, 13 through 15.
That's fine, Your Honor. There was also Exhibit 4-9, where I did ask him about, to read from the record, and the court didn't want him to read that, the bottom about the prior doctors. Dr. Scher's written there. I think that's important for the jury to know that she went to this doctor before.
I'm not sure he testified to that.
He did. He talked about it.
I think there's adequate testimony for that. So
Yes.
I'll admit 1 through 6 and 13 through 15.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
For exhibit.
That's absolutely
No,
right, Your Honor.
not 4-9.
Cool.
Right?
All right, and then was there anything else?
I had a 1-4.
That's the list of medical bills of plaintiff.
That is actually a list that counsel prepared.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Counsel prepared.
Okay, that's not coming in now.
I would do it in closing. I'd like to show the jury the list instead of writing it down.
Well, to the extent that there's evidence supporting it, sure.
And if the court wanted to know about
So you, I think Dr. McKenzie testified as to Exhibit 2. Did you want to move any of those in?
no, plaintiff is considering that to be hearsay. The first.
Sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
We offered 206, 207, 225, and 222, and we would move to admit them.
Those are all the same.
Those are all McKenzie?
Just numbered differently. So I would say plaintiff objects to those because she's not an expert.
We used it for the facts that are recited in there and as party admissions of plaintiff.
No.
And they do include, I think, at least 2 of the documents that counsel examined on, the plaintiff's counsel.
So I just want to make sure you understand. You want her diagnosis admitted into evidence.
I'm being told no.
Your Honor, I think all of McKinsey should be excluded because if they're hearsay. She said she doesn't work for this facility anymore.
Well, in addition to it being hearsay, it's got a lot of excluded expert testimony. So I'm not going to admit any of them McKinsey documents.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Have a great day.
Anything else?
No, thank you.
Okay. No, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. See you. Why don't we?
Can I get some rest? 9:30. Victor, I'm so tired. I apologize.
That's how trials are.
I need a break.
Sleeps for transactional attorneys.
I'm going to write that down.
You said 9:30 and it's always 9. What else do we have to talk about, Your Honor?
Verdict form. Jury instructions were good.
Well, we've got the competing jury instructions.
Okay. Why don't you work on those? And who are you calling tomorrow?
That would depend on this ruling of...
Well, I just ruled on one.
Well, on Aziz Olahi, there's no ruling. On Parsi, there's no ruling. How would I know?
The only thing we asked for was an offer of proof because we don't know who these people
Who
are.
are those people?
It's the same thing like their side, Your Honor. These are witnesses who were, at the last minute, thrown on the witness list. I did what they did. I'm admitting to it. The difference is I can admit to my faults.
What are they going to say?
Yeah, just what is the offer of proof? What are they going to
The
say?
same thing that their witnesses are going to say, that there was a disturbance in the building. They came out and they saw things after the fact. It's worthless. All of these 4 witnesses are worthless.
Are all objections withdrawn then? You get your witnesses, he gets his?
Well, Your Honor, he just said his witnesses are worthless.
I didn't say they were
Not in a
worthless.
different
Sorry,
form.
One at a time, please.
So there's Michael Shook, who saw the incident. There's Dr. Aziz Olahi. There's Anita Parsi. These are 3 witnesses. And if they're getting their witnesses, then I want to get mine.
Well, he's just asking. So they're witnesses to the incident.
Yes.
And you just learned of them? You didn't have...
No, I didn't learn of them. The same way that they did their investigation, we did ours, and this is what we found. and this is what we wanted to do. To streamline the case, I think what would be fair is they get to have Dr. Finke, Malcolm is out, and if that were to occur, I would consider withdrawing a couple of these witnesses and just having one and one. Maybe we'll have 2 doctors.
Malcolm is a crucial witness that both sides have witnesses who have testified to. She intervened in the argument. I don't know who these other people are, and if counsel knew about them, he was obligated to
Well,
let us know.
why don't you guys meet and confer about it? We'll discuss it tomorrow. But so potentially you've got some other witnesses.
Yes.
Okay. All right. See you tomorrow.
Thank you, Your Honor.